Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring an Oris. Now this is the Oris Aquis Date Calibre 400 and I think it has a simply gorgeous dial to it. The colour of that dial just looks fantastic. Again, it's one of these watches which has to be seen outside in natural sunlight to really get the best out of that dial, as unfortunately on my lights in here it just doesn't really look as good as what it does outside. They've done such an amazing job on that dial. This is a watch I think really does look good, and it's amazing how just sometimes that sprinkle of colour can really kind of elevate a watch. But before I talk about this watch too much, I've got to say a big thank you to Ryan and team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. Tons of stock, so many watches. If you're anywhere near the Midlands area in the UK, well worth popping in. If you're a bit further afield, I'll leave a link in the description below for their website. So anyway, let's talk sizes first. This is a 43.5mm watch by 13.3, I think it was, in thickness. The lug to lug is 50mm, and being it's an Aquis, it's got that strange kind of, it's 24 up here but goes straight down to 18mm down here, because it has that slightly different way how it connects there with that centerpiece. Now this is on the bracelet, but you can actually get this watch also on a rubber strap. The rubber strap is actually very good for this watch, but I think personally I'd always go for the one on the bracelet first and then possibly order the strap at a later date. So anyway, that dial, just superb. I really like the way it contrasts with the polished section of the hands and all the markers. They really have done a good job on this dial. It just looks superb. Now, as you can see, the hour markers all polished around there. The hands are incredibly well polished as well. There is plenty of lume on these markers, as to is there the hands. It just looks superb. I love the fact that you get the reflection off the dial. For the second hand, you can see it, you know, as it goes around the dial. I think it really does look good. Now, another thing is they've got the date down here at the 6 o'clock position in black, and it kind of works with this watch because of the sunburst effect. While you haven't got exactly in the light, it does go a darker color, and it kind of works with this black, the black surround to the date wheel there. I think it really does work well. It's just one of those dials where it just kind of works. Everything just seems right on it. As we come out, we have a sapphire crystal with AR coating. And you can see it is flawless the way it blends into the bezel there. The bezel itself is a black ceramic loomed pip at the top. Let's have a listen to the action. Very snappy. Is there much back plate? There's a tiny bit. Yeah, there's a little bit. Let's whiz it around. Quite a snappy bezel actually. Does it line up? Of course it lines up. There you go. One thing with a ceramic bezel, you can always see it, just your fingerprints get all over it. You've got a nice big knurling on the side here, like a rough kind of coin edge kind of style to purchase it there, so you can grip it quite easily. Now the case of a watch is quite cool. You've got this satinized finish here, and it's got a new kind of, I think I've got a new system going on here with the end links. There's still some plastic on this. I'm certain you had the 2 screws before, but I may have been wrong. You got 1 screw. Even on the back of it there, you've got this new arrangement going on with the end link there, which looks quite interesting. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it looks like you do have a screw there. Not my watch, so I'm not going to play around with it too much here. I like the big crown guards they do fit on the side here. It just looks and feel kind of, it looks like it's well engineered, if that makes sense. It is a 300-meter diver. As you can see, plenty of screw thread there, and I must say that movement, silky smooth to wind. But anyway, let's whiz it around the back and have a look at that movement. Now, this is their Calibre 400. Now, it's quite a beast of a movement, really. It's, as I remember, 21 joule. It has 120 hours of power reserve. That equates to 5 days. Now, obviously, if you were to try and wind it to that, you'd probably talk about 100 turns to actually wind out all the way up. But if you've been wearing it for a good few days, that will eventually charge up, and then you can put this down and you should have 5 days of continuous power, which, yeah, for this is quite impressive. That movement, I did put it on the time graph. It was a bit of a strange one, really. I think it was running -5 seconds. I only tried it in one position, so I dare say if it might level out as you wear it, I'm not quite sure. But it was a dead even 5 seconds with 0 beat error. I'm trying to remember, it's got an anti-magnetic. I'm not sure if it's the hairspring, might be silicone or not, but they do say it's anti-magnetic. And the most incredible thing is it comes with a 2-year warranty, but when you register it on their website, that 2 years can be extended all the way up to 10 years. And I'm flabbergasted at that. I think that's amazing. Plus, that 10 years also equates to their servicing, servicing schedule, I should say. 10 years without a service on a watch. You know, that's a long time, to be fair, and quite brave. But, you know, you do actually have that on there. So that is very, very impressive. Now, as I say, the bracelet on this, you have the brush centers and you have the polished outers. But I say it is also available on a black rubber strap, which is very nice. The clasp on this, still got stickers on, as you can see, is a push button affair there, all milled out. It does feel very solid, very nice. You have 3 levels of micro adjustment, and if you pull it out there, you have your dive link extension. It is quite a nice one, actually. It's all milled very nicely and very positive, clicks in. Let's have a look at it on my wrist. So zoom out, quick wrist check. I myself am wearing my Oris, which actually I haven't wound up properly yet, but that's the Oris 65 Diver, which is their vintage kind of piece they released a few years ago. This is the Gen 1. And Bob, oh, you're just showing off now, Bob. That is a rather nice Longines flyback, which is an absolutely stunning watch. You get back over there, Bob. That's far too nice. So anyway, my wrist size is 7¼ inches. Now, I haven't took any links out of this because it's not my watch to do so. So you get an idea how much length you get on that bracelet. So you can easily, you know, if you've got big muscly wrists or whatever, you can fit in that. But that's it on there. And to me, that dial just looks absolutely superb. I think it really does look the part. So, you know, I just love that dial. I think it is absolutely lovely. Anyway, let me know what you think of it, guys. Got any questions about it? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. So most importantly, stay safe up there, and I'll see you at the next review. Bye.